Hey guys, Michael here, and today we're going to do the top 10 Mario Kart 7 tracks. Now, Mario Kart has personally been a big game for me. Like, actually the first game I ever picked up when I was 2 was Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube. Still retains my favorite Mario Kart, but Mario Kart 7, I have it on 3DS, and it's a pretty fun game to just, break out once in a while, get bored. And, yeah, I was recently thinking about maybe just doing a top 10, so let's do it. The first ever Flameless Down top 10 on Mario Kart 7 tracks. Now, disclaimer, this is my own opinion, of course. It's not going to be ripped off from some YouTube list. Also, I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little weird, but I have to record this straight into Movie Maker, so it's going to sound a little funny. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy, so without further ado, let's start. Number 10 goes to Piranha Plant Slide, which begins as you're entering a pipe from the overworld, which leads you into the sewer, which has a water stream flowing through it that makes you go faster. There's also Goombas and a block that you can hop onto through a speed ramp. Then after that, there's a underwater segment where there are water jets that will bounce you around. They can even get you onto a high-up platform. And after this, it's followed by a short glider segment where you're off back into the overworld again. All through the course, there's also these piranha plants that you're going to have to dodge. And they're actually pretty tricky because you're just going to have to go the way they're not facing. If you end up in the way they're facing, you're in for bad luck. Now, I don't know what it is. I don't know why I really don't like this course, but I just don't. Although it's pretty colorful, it's cool, and it has a catchy soundtrack. Number 9 goes to Rock Mountain, which starts overlooking the cliffside of a mountain, at which point you go into a cave and you're greeted by bats. But here's the cool part, is this freaking long glider section where you're just zooming by, you see the forest, and there's some pipes you have to dodge, but it's just so awesome. But then you're followed by another glider segment. It's shorter, but it's still cool. And at this point, you're in the forest, and it's got these, immersive sound. You can hear like birds chirping and stuff. It's awesome. Then you're followed by freaking climbing up the mountain while boulders are falling on you. And there's another freaking glider section. It's pretty cool, man. Like this is a good showcase for the new glider mechanic, which it all started in this, and it's cool. Yeah. Also, that soundtrack goes perfectly with the theme of the track and also the name. It's just catchy and rock. Number 8 goes to Shy Guy Bazaar, which is a really Indian flavored track, and it's just really cool. It starts out, you're overlooking a huge palace, and then you enter a market, and it's got these stalls that you can weave through on the ground, or you can choose to ride up on the rafters. I never really found that as a viable option to do, but, whatever. There's this long snaking dirt section through the town, and you got the dark alleyway, and this leads to the best part of the track, is a glider section where you're just overlooking this huge chasm. You got the moon in the backdrop. There's some shy guys like riding magic carpets. It's just awesome. Just look at it. That's amazing. Also, it's a really good spot to get frickin' screwed over, say if Blue Shell comes. Wouldn't that just be great? Then you fall into a pit and that's Mario stuff. It's just a really cool track. There hasn't really been a Mario themed track that's more Indian themed in the past, so it's kind of cool that we have this now. Yeah, and also the music, yeah, it's pretty nice too. Number 7 goes to Rosalina's Ice World, based on a character which I think is highly overrated. Don't get me wrong, she was a good character, and the one damn Mario game she was in. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, Rosalina's in Smash 4. I'm like, how the hell did your popularity rise so? Whatever. I mean, I guess Super Mario Galaxy sold well. Anyways, this makes for a pretty good snow ice level, you know, it's obligatory, but they made it pretty good in this game. Starts out with a spiral drift around a pit, which can screw you over in the beginning considering you're gonna bump into everybody. We're gonna knock you into that stuff. Afterwards, though, it leads into a ramp, which leads you onto some ice. You're actually floating on ice, you can fall through and end up in the ice-cold drink, but since this Mario Kart 7, it's not a death pit. You can just swim through it. But the cool part is that on the second lap, the ice actually floats away, and now they're forcing you to freaking go under the drink, unless you're quick enough. But you know, that's a really cool touch. Afterwards, it's followed by a cave with some, let's just call them upside down stalactites. I don't know what to call them. And there's some speed boosts in there that, if you use them right, you can get a good lead, but they're pretty tricky because it's right next to a pit. Probably gonna fall into it. By the way, this is a pretty cool stage, and there's some really nice touches considering the character it's based on. Like you can see the planets from Mario Galaxy in the background, with like the crashed Toad ship, the observatory. This is a pretty nice stage. Also, the music is pretty nice for an Ice World music. I don't know, it's just a nice stage. Also, there are penguins in it. That's a plus if I've ever heard one. Oh boy, now we're into the really good stages. Like, the stages before this, they were nice, they were pretty good, but now this is the real deal. Number 6 goes to Mario Circuit, and might not always be the most notable track in the Mario Kart series. You know, it's usually the 6th one, but this one, oh my god, it's so nice. So you start out, and this is a really drifty course with a lot of curves for some long drifting, which I like. Start out, yeah, with a lot of drifts. There's one particular long drift where you're drifting through cherry trees and you can see the petals going. It's just this awesome graphic effect. It's super nice with 3D. Then after that, you're hit with a glider section and you're driving straight up into friggin' Peach's castle, followed by a spiral stairway, then another glider section into a little part with some Goombas and a pipe that blows air, and even got like a pipe tunnel. Now, this is just a really nice track. It's super fun to play because it has all these drifts and curves, just some nice touches. It's just a really good version of Mario Circuit. The halfway point on this list, number 5, goes to Wario Shipyard, which is one of the stages that kind of shows off the new underwater mechanic. The other one, one would be Cheep Cheep Lagoon. You know, that's just like the beginner stage of the Mushroom Cup. Here's the water segment. But this one is more like an adventure. Yeah, like sunken ships. It's dark shipyard, man. Freaking lightning. All this stuff. It's just got a great atmosphere to it. And yeah, I mean, I don't know why they particularly picked Wario. I don't see him necessarily being the type to own a bunch of ships, but you know what, whatever, I'll take it. It's just got a real great atmosphere. And yeah, the new water physics, you know, they play nicely into this stage. And I think my favorite part about this whole track, like, there's some good parts, like 2 crabs are pretty good challenges to avoid, obstacles. There's a cool part where you're on a ship that's like half sunken, and it feels straight out of Mario Kart 8. But the best part is a tiny little ramp on the end that allows you to just skip a tiny little segment of the finishing line, but not the line, but you know, the finishing track. But it's also followed right by these like curves, these curved boost pads, and you can drift straight onto the boost pads, then hit the ramp, followed by a trick. Oh my god, if you pull that off right, it's the most gratifying thing in the world to do. And especially if you're in third, but you end up cutting off 2 people to win the race. I've done it, man. It just feels so good. Number 4 goes to Music Park, and as you guessed it, this track is all about music. And looks like Nintendo freaking took the concept and just ran with it, because they made it an absolute blast of a track. It has parts where you're drifting on these curved like pianos and vibraphones, whatnot, whatever you call them. And as you're going and drifting on them and driving on them, they'll actually start like playing piano and whatnot to go along with the music. It's really cool. You know, they're all different. It's awesome. You got drums that act as trampolines, and these like music notes that bounce around to the music at the end. I don't know what they were smoking when they made them, but they're so cute. They were so cute. And, like, even the piranha plants are freaking headbanging. Like, look at them. They're headbanging. They're digging this track as much as I am. And of course, it's the music stage, so of course they had to make this friggin' awesome theme to go with it. It's one of the game's catchier pieces, and it's gonna get stuck in your head all day long. It's just awesome. Good job. Number 3 goes to Bowser's Castle, which has always been, you know, in every Mario game, it's always different. It's always good, but this one is amazing. So, starts off, first thing, glider section. You're gliding into Bowser's Castle, you see his face mounted onto it, and then as soon as you enter it, you hear his ominous laugh. It just sets the tone for what's to come. So you go up the stairs, you know, you drive a little bit, there's a thwomp and some lava pillar. But then you get to some weird, like, rolling thing, which kind of reminds me of the little part from the DS one. It's, like, weird, but you know what? I'm gonna roll with it. See what I did there? Oh god, that was bad. But then you drop into the water, and this is the crazy part. It freaking lava streams underwater. How? How did Bowser do that? He's freaking defying physics, like you thought Columbia from Bioshock Infinite was impressive. No, this man has made lava that flows into water. Look! You can never do this in Minecraft. There's just be pillars of obsidian. Would suck. No, Bowser, he goes all out. Then you're in this volcanic part of the stage. There's embers everywhere. You got lava everywhere. And then there's a little hole that you can actually jump over. I've done it. It feels good. And you got a long curve and this huge glider section. There's even a ring for a finish line if you're flying. That's a cool touch. And overall, this is just a great version of the stage. And the music is like really rollicking too. Like, you know, the Nintendo 64 one had like a dark and foreboding theme. You know, that's cool. That's a different kind of tone. But this one is just, you know, it's rocking, it's jamming, it gets your blood pumped for all this madness, and it works. Number 2 goes to DK Jungle, which is based off of Retro Studios' Donkey Kong Country Returns. which is an excellent game, so I applaud the team that made Mario Kart 7 for this, because it is a phenomenal stage. It starts off in the jungle, and already you're seeing familiar elements from DK, you know, country. Returns, that is. You got the Tiki enemies, you got frogs, DK barrels, you even zoom by Donkey Kong's house. That's a real nice touch. Then you go into some weird, like, golden banana shrine. It's cool though. And it's also got a nice little, like, U-shaped sort of curve. And after that though, you got a long glider section where you're greeted by more familiar enemies from Returns. And it was just an excellent game, so this track reminds me of it. So, therefore, it is good. I mean, heck, they even keep the theme of the Donkey Kong theme, and not the DK rap, but we're not da 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 da. Okay, I'll stop. But they keep the jazzy one, you know, da 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 ba da ba da ba ba da ba da ba da ba. Okay, I'll stop. But instead of, you know, making just keeping it in there like that, they had some remix. It's pretty cool. It's got a cool little drum part at the beginning. I don't know, this stage just oozes charm and class and all things associated in the world that are good. But there's one stage that's better. That's right, everybody. Toad Circuit, the first stage in Mario Kart 8, takes the cake. Now you might be saying, oh, well, Mikey, why is the first stage in Mario Kart the #1 spot? Doesn't that one always suck? Well, you know what? You're right. Screw this stage. This sucks. No. It's not even good. The only good one was Luigi Circuit. And that was only partly because it had Luigi. No, you want to hear the real one? Here you go. You know, when I was making this top 10, I kind of looked back on it, and I realized this game doesn't really have an original standout stage. Like, the GameCube's DK Mountain, or the DS's Waluigi Pinball. Those are great original stages, and this game doesn't really have one. But, they did put all of their, like, awesome stage production values into one. Just one stage. It may not be original, but it is really good. Who the heck am I kidding? You already know what it is. Because I didn't put it on this list already. Just... I mean, I hate to say it, because I don't like to, but... it's Rainbow Road. Yeah, I know. Oh god, Rainbow Road is the most cliched option for a first pick. You know what? You're right. This is so cliched. But, it is the best track in the game. Just because there's, you know, not a DK Mountain or a Waluigi Pinball or an original, like, supreme standout stage. Just, you know, but there's Rainbow Road. And they actually put in a huge amount of effort into it and just making it so awesome. Like, the first bit, you know, it's just a typical Rainbow Road, but that's the thing, that's the first bit only. This is a 3-section race, and the only other ones were the Woohoo Island stages, which, you know, they're kind of cool, but it's kind of a bland track, even though it's the novelty of racing on the same place as Wii Sports. But this is a three-part track done right. Because as soon as you get past that first track, that's just really, you know, about what Rainbow Road has always been, there's more. It's just a super long, rewarding, gratifying stage that's always throwing something new at you. And that's just the beauty of a stage with 3 different parts that you can play. Like, I'm so glad they put these stages in Mario Kart 8. Because as soon as you get past that first section, boom, you're racing on Saturn's rings. Like, how awesome is that? Then, you're on the moon with Chain Chomps. The music even changes a little bit to be softer. It's just these awesome moments, and then you get these, like, cool little speed boosts that are way cooler than the normal ones. You go nah nah, and then you got a freaking cylinder filled with speed boosts that's just amazing. Then you might not hit the glider section, but if you do, you get to play the funnest thing ever. You're just gliding, and there's these rings that you can hit for little boosts that keep you in the air. If you do it the whole way, oh my god, it's just so fun to do. Like, I mean, they can make like that's like a mobile game right there, you know, except it's just in a Mario Kart track. Thanks to this new glider section, I'm gushing. You know, it's that awesome of a stage. The space theme is awesome. Like this feels more like a cool Rainbow Road than has ever been in the series, thanks to this new space theme. Just because, like, you see all the stars and backdrop, all these galaxies, you know, the planets. It's just amazing. Even the freaking music. Like, I'm not usually a fan of, you know, the kind of corny Rainbow Road music, which is like what I feel most of the music is, but I don't know, I just really like this one. I don't know, and this is like probably about as typical like corn that you can get. I don't know, I just like it for some reason. But yeah, dude, just Rainbow Road just kills it in this version of Mario Kart. This has got to be the best Rainbow Road, and this has also got to be the best Mario Kart 7 track. Beat Rainbow Road, you know what? I don't care. It's my opinion. If you want, you can make a top 10 list of your favorite Mario Kart 7 tracks. Yeah, this is gonna take you all day. It took me all day. Anyways, guys, that ends the video. Just a surprise little Saturday bonus for you, and really, it actually did take me all day. I spent a lot of work on this. I mean, I don't know. I might just be wasting this. This video might suck. I don't know. I honestly don't care. But if you guys like it, just like it. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, you know, like count or anything. I honestly don't care where this channel ends up in the future. It's probably gonna end up in a dead in an alley. You know, I'm just doing this for fun, you know, also through that. But, like, if you guys actually did like this, then, you know, you could just like it and show that you actually did like it. And maybe if this gets, like, what, I have 7 subscribers, so, like, if it gets, like, maybe 4 or 5 likes, I could consider even doing a sequel. I would do, the Double Dash, my Double Dash favorite tracks, and that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I did put a lot of work into this, guys. This is probably the hardest video I've done yet. This footage wasn't by me, it was by some other people, and also the music. I'll like put most of this stuff in the description. But yeah, I mean, this is a surprise, you know? I may not be able to do this in the school during school time, since I honestly don't have the time to spend all day, you know, doing videos then, as, you know, we all know. But for now, I guess we can enjoy, you know, our summer, our increased opportunity to do stuff, and, you know, hopefully I'll be able to put out some more stuff like this. Hopefully you guys like it, and I'll see you guys next time.